Hey there, it's Mario here, and in this video you're going to learn how fast can you gain muscle. And what's really funny about this question is that a lot of people that have been asking me this question are people who are not training currently. So that's kind of interesting. So people are really testing the waters. So they want to see what they can expect. They want to see, okay, so if I put my time in this, what is the benefit? You know, what am I going to get out of it? And we can argue if this kind of behavior, if this kind of mindset is really productive or not. But we could also say that, I can surely say that it's our expectations, our general expectations of how much muscle we can build are completely false in most cases, at least from my experience with clients, because simply if you look at all the media, like all the fitness media out there, all the big websites, all this crap out there, they're actually promoting to you that you can achieve an incredible amount of muscle mass in a very short time, and they're going to promote guys who are on performance enhancing drugs, taking some magic supplements. You know, if you just take this supplement stack from this guy, you're gonna completely transform in just like 2-3 months. You know, you can build like 30-40 pounds of muscle in like a couple of weeks. It's just ridiculous, and our expectations, same as for weight loss, are completely mismanaged. And once we start doing something with bad expectations, with like just going in a very bad mindset about it, I typically see a lot of guys giving up for that reason, because they just don't see the change. They just don't see that massive change they've been promised, and thus they give up the whole journey, which really makes me a little bit of sad as well. So having said that, there are certain benefits of knowing a ballpark figure, like a realistic ballpark figure, because it's going to help you psychologically manage those expectations, but physiologically you're going to know what to aim for. You're going to know what you should be gaining per month, and that will help you set up your diet properly, because you can easily estimate your caloric intake. You can know what you can aim for, which is simply a lean tissue gain rather than gaining excess amounts of fat, because we know we can't force feed gains. You know, the gaining of muscle is, the nutrition is simply a permissive factor, right? It gives permission to the body to build muscle, but after you get that permission, any force feeding, any overfeeding will simply yield more fat gain. So now that we said that, now we kind of set everything straight, there are a couple of models out there that are really accurate when it comes to determining how much muscle mass you can gain. So how fast can you gain muscle? One specific model that I really like is from a researcher called Lyle McDonald. He's a really famous guy in like the fitness industry. He wrote a bunch of books, and is an awesome guy, very knowledgeable. So his model says that you can typically expect, with good training, good nutrition, good recovery, to gain about 20 to 25 pounds of lean body mass in the first year of training. That's a pretty big number, right? So that's taken into account the newbie gains, that's taken into account everything that's happening. So 20 to 25 pounds. In the second year of training, that actually is just half of that amount. So you can expect to gain half of that amount. So about 12 pounds, right? We're talking about 12 to 15 pounds at best in the second year of training. And if you look at the monthly figures, so we're talking about 2 pounds per month or 1 pound per month in the second year of training. In the third year of training, that's half a pound per month, 6 pounds per year. So only 3 kilos, once you get closer to that genetic potential, only 3 kilos of muscle mass can be gained on average per month, which is not a big figure if you're expecting to be 260 pounds and 5% body fat, but it is realistic. And someone who has already gained those initial 40-50 pounds of muscle will look fantastic. Like, don't kid yourself. Like, someone will look absolutely amazing at 10% body fat if they put 30-40 pounds of lean body mass on their physique, right, on their frame. So going further, like 50 or 60 year training, we're talking about grams of muscle mass, right? We're talking about very small amounts on a monthly basis. We're more like planning for improving one single body part, one lagging muscle part, over a course of several months. That's what the natural bodybuilders, that's what professionals are really aiming for. They're trying to bring up a lagging muscle group to a little bit closer to that genetic potential, and that's what it's really all about. And people who are saying, hey, this model doesn't hold up, I'm very hard motivated, I don't know, I have like super good training plans, supplementation, nutrition. It does really hold up, because these figures are taken mainly from natural bodybuilders and guys who are training properly. They have their nutrition handled, they have their recovery handled. I mean, they dedicated most of their life to this, right? So these figures really hold up. Most people will not be even close to these figures simply because their training is not optimized, their nutrition is not optimized, and their recovery is lagging, or they're missing some other aspect, right? So the numbers are pretty damn accurate. A couple of other models that are worth a mention here is that Aragon model. He says beginners can gain about I think 1 to 1.5% of body weight per month, which is a pretty interesting figure. Comes about the same as Lyle McDonald model. In the intermediate stage, he says that you can gain about 0.5% to 1% of your total body mass in muscle per month, which is kind of interesting because it does scale pretty well, and for an advanced lifter you can aim to get about 1/4 to 0.5% of your body weight per month, which is a good figure. And it is good to aim for that when you're in a bulk, like when you're in a lean gaining phase. This is something you can aim for, and you can expect not to overshoot your fat gain, right? It's the appropriate figure you should be aiming for in order to minimize fat and maximize muscle mass, right? So when you look at that further, there's a couple of very interesting books written on this. One from Casey Butt. I think it's called Maximum Genetical Potential. I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and also to his calculator, which is a very interesting one, as it includes like ankle width and all these things, which is very accurate in general when you do the calculations, but it fits the above models that I mentioned. So the Lyle McDonald, Aragon, they're all pretty much the same. And one thing is to be really clear with this is that there's a lot of individual differences as well. These are averages. These are something you can aim for. You might be getting more, you might be getting a little bit less. But why I've decided to make this video, put this out, is so you can really have a proper expectation, so you know what you can get, you know, so you can't really be scammed by some fucking article saying, hey, I just gained 40 pounds of muscle in like 6 weeks. You know, it's just not fucking possible, right? If you just look at the figures of natural bodybuilders, so drug-free people, you know, people are naturally training to be strong, to be lean, maximizing muscle mass, their training is on point, their nutrition is on point, their recovery is on point, this is what you can get. So simply so you know, right? You know, there's no more people that can bullshit you or sell you some kind of supplement or like any program out there where you can like, I don't know, magically gain a ridiculous amount of muscle mass. This is it, right? So I'm going to leave all these figures in the description below so you can use them to plan your nutrition, to plan your caloric intake, to really put this all of this together so you know what you can aim for. And aside from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a little bit of a reality check for some, but don't forget, person who really puts on those 30-40 pounds of muscle, it's gonna look amazing. You know, it's about like getting to that lower body fat level, and when you put that amount of muscle mass, you're gonna look fantastic. And the more closer you are to your genetic potential, it gets harder to build muscle, but it is very, very rewarding. And the human body is amazing at generating muscle mass if you give it the proper tools, proper nutrition, and everything. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the whole genetic potential maximum thing? So leave me a comment below what you think about the topic. Aside from that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe below to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.